Yes, ma'am. I'm calling in regards to an email that I received from you all.
Okay.
And I'm kind of wondering why it would say Clark versus State Insurance Fund instead of Crybaby Foods.
I'm not sure. Just a moment.
That's what I thought.
IDAHO Supreme Court.
Yes, Mr. Kenyon. How are you this afternoon?
I'm doing well.
Hey, Steve. This is James Clark calling. Hey, I'm calling in regards to an email that I received from you. And I was wondering why it would say Clark versus State Insurance Fund on it instead of Crybaby Foods. Because I did have concerns about what was before the Supreme Court, if it was my complaint or if it was what whatever I was entitled to.
What's your docket number?
Well, my docket number for this is the same as my docket number for what I had filed. The docket number is IC number. No, that's the Industrial Commission. It says reference 40016 Clark versus State Insurance Fund, and then it has in preferences next to the State Insurance Fund, IC 20081305.
Right.
Well, but it's not Crybaby Food. It's me against the State Insurance Fund, which would be my complaint. Is where the law firm of Anderson, Julian All came in, and because of all these altered documents that I have from their law firm, where they've altered my documents onto other paper. Well, that paper down on the very bottom right hand corner or left hand corner, they forgot to put out. Well, it has their logo on their paperwork connected to my filings, and why would I want to go to their office and file legal work on their paperwork, on their paper on their paper for their law firm, because that's what it's altered on, is their paperwork. Like those little tablets that law firms get, with their little name down on the bottoms of them. That's what they're altered on, and I have like about 7 documents in my possession that were filed and altered to be presented into the Supreme Court. And I'd just like to know where we're at on that, or what I could do on this. Because again, the Supreme Court did make a decision supposedly, but I'm having a difficult time on trying to find some parts of it. Especially, so I'm trying to find out, because it's a new year and I'm not a quitter. I'm going to get to the bottom of it, because I'm also going to show to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which I was going to go to last week, but I was told to wait until after. My family want me to put it all down until at least after New Year. I did, but today's a new day for me and a new year. I just want to move forward. I want to know where I'm at, and also in regards to when you email somebody, it's your signature. I want to also know where we're at on this Supreme Court thing, on the United States Supreme Court, which you faxed me that the court was looking into forwarding this to the to the United States Supreme Court, which I'm not really sure if it was denied, granted, or anything, because I didn't get anything in regards to this. What I've got from you right now in regards to that is, Mr. Clark, your motion to forward Opinion 86 to the United States Supreme Court is still pending. This court has not ruled on that motion as of today. I'd like to know where we're at on that motion. Mr. Kenyon?
I'm just looking it up here.
Because I have a feeling the State Insurance Fund, with the help, because I have this opinion, I have this also email from Mr. BURDICK, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, also an email stating that I was to respond to something, and I did. And I have also emails from you in that regard, how I appeared on the 20th, on 9/20, and there was already a, supposedly when me and Elaine Kerr drove to Portland to file some documents, I was told that there had already been something that was set, and you emailed me and told me there was a mistake. There wasn't one made, and that it would be looked at and redone immediately. Now, was that actually done? Because again, I have to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row.
I don't know what you're asking there. Your request to have your opinion sent to the Supreme Court.
To the United States Supreme Court. Go ahead.
That was denied on September 17th of 2013.
That was the one that was going to the United States Supreme Court, or just to the Supreme Court? Because there's two different courts.
We are the Idaho Supreme Court.
Okay, what about the United States Supreme Court?
You asked the Idaho Supreme Court to send a copy of their opinion to the United States Supreme Court, and that was denied on September 17th.
Okay, it was denied. Okay, you have records.
Yeah, and that was sent on September 17th at 1:12 p.m.
By email?
Yes.
No. I don't want emails, because emails to me, because since I wasn't allowed to file certain things, because you all took certain things, because just like you denied me, because I have the email where you were saying that you denied me, okay, your appeal, in regards to the lies that were stated before the Supreme Court, I was denied because it wasn't in a proper format. Now, you've taken everything else I have done and filed and emailed certain things, but then when it came down to the lies that were stated by the state insurance fund at this so-called oral argument that me and Elaine Kerr did attend, that,
Now, let me just talk here. You had oral argument before the Idaho Supreme Court on this case.
On which case?
On your appeal, 40016.
Well, now, see, we're just talking out. I want words. I want to know what was filed on. Because again, Steve Kenyon, I have a complaint that I filed with the state insurance fund. Some of these documents that I have says Clark versus Crybaby Foods, and then I have other ones that says just Clark versus state insurance fund. Since that's how they're worded, because I need to know, because I didn't file anything in regards to my workers' comp complaint. My complaint was against the state insurance fund in 2008.
Right.
Okay, and that's where the law firm of Anderson, Julian Hall, because I spoke with Mr. Lee today, David Lee, which he was the very first attorney that was assigned to the case when I filed my complaint. And since the other gentleman wasn't in his office today, it said, if you have any questions, call this guy. And when I did, well, holy behold, it was the same person, David Lee, which I explained to him that, hey, why would I have things like this? Because he is the first attorney that came into the picture after I filed my complaint against the state insurance fund and their fraud. Now, in the opinion of the Supreme Court, and you all are saying that I won some, but I lost some. But because of in the way that it's worded by the Industrial Commission, I had to pay back $27,000 plus a whole year's worth of pay that was paid to me and everything else. So what did I win? I didn't win a damn thing. Matter of fact, I lost. So, and then for everybody also to be protecting Mr. Lynn Luker, because I believe, and I'm going to tell these people, because they were wanting me to make sure I have everything in a row instead of being all out there, and I have been. Is to make sure I have it together, because now I know, because of the way that I have things, is I have emails from you, and plus Mr. Roger Burdick, Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, I have a filing from him in regards to me and my Elaine Kerr's filing of 9/20 in regards to the altered documents, and when I filed it to your court, they came up missing, and we've even got emails of me and you discussing because of these documents that was forwarded for the Supreme Court to review, because I was only allowed one, but I had to do them by hand, and that's what I did. I hand delivered it, So, I have a lot of these altered documents, and I don't believe what has been before the Supreme Court is what I am entitled to. But that's how you all are. That's how the state insurance fund has made you in the Supreme Court believe. Because I didn't win nothing. If I even had to pay back 1 penny, I've lost, which I did. I didn't win nothing. Oh, I won that I was entitled to help between the time that I was injured for 7 days when I filed my thing in June, and then everybody talks about June 8th, and then they go all the way to June 9th. I mean June of 09. That you guys that they're not entitled to pay me anything. You guys have been lied to, and not by me. And because I don't want to be on Social Security. Now, am I receiving Social Security disability fraudulently based upon their alterations of documents? Because I've also spoke with the Labor Department. Because again, they were found in 21 serious violations. Now, some of these alterations of my documents were in regards to their filings, to the Labor Department's filings.
What can I help you with today?
Well, Mr. Steve Kenyon, I want to know what was done. I want to know from you, because this is your writing, what about where it says the United States Supreme Court? Not that I was wanting it forwarded to the Supreme Court, because my opinion, I wanted it, because I had to write against, yeah. So I want to know what you're meaning by I was denied to go before the United States Supreme Court. Is that what I was denied?
No.
I wasn't denied to be forwarded to the United States Supreme Court. I was denied to the Supreme Court, which is where I was already at.
Hey, listen, here's what happened. You filed a motion to have the Supreme Court forward their opinion to the United States Supreme Court. That's not something. It doesn't work that way. Okay, that's not how the system works.
Well, the system.
Motion. They said no. That's not how the system works. If you want to take this case before the United States Supreme Court, you have to file an appeal to the United States Supreme Court yourself. Okay, if you want the case to go to the United States Supreme Court.
Well, when I was told that I had to, but no, because I was denied in the remitter. Because you see the opinion. Because you see, I had to file something in regards to the opinion, and then before the remitter came out. So I did file it before the Supreme Court. I filed it. I wanted your opinion because, how do I feel about the opinion? Well, I wrote about the opinion. I wanted it forwarded to the United States Supreme Court for their decision. If these people, or the court was wrong, or if your court was wrong.
Mr. Clark, we can't look. That doesn't work that way. I'm telling you, it does not work that way. You don't.
Okay, then why did you falsely tell me then it's being reviewed if it doesn't happen that way? And they haven't made a decision yet.
Right, because you filed a motion, and it's not my call to make that final call.
Well, then where's my documents for you to be doing that instead of saying that you sent it to one of my addresses that I can't even get into, that you guys are aware of, that the Supreme Court was aware of, and you guys are just making this all because Steve Kenyon, I have too many emails from you denying me things without any documents of order. You always said just watch for your mailbox for the order. Well, I'm still waiting for my orders from the mailbox.
Well, I don't agree with you, and that's okay.
Well, I do, because I have the emails to back it up, Steve, because I have found out also, because in the writings of their doctors, of the state insurance fund doctors, supposedly, that I was ignorant to the way that computers work, and I don't know nothing about computers. That was from different doctors. They always emphasized on my computer literacy, and now I think I know why, because you guys tried to alter everything through the computers, because I was a computer illiterate, and I wasn't supposed to uncover a lot of ways that this was working, period, because I wasn't to make it this far. So how do y'all like me now?
All on that. So what can I do to you? What can I help you with today?
Okay, so then basically, what you're telling me is that the Supreme Court has not ruled on my motion to forward opinion 86 to the United States Supreme Court, but it did when it to you're telling me the Supreme Court, which is where it was already at.
Okay.
And so in their remitter, it basically they overruled the decision to forward it to the United States Supreme Court, because I don't feel I was getting justice there in your court. Because Judge BURDICK, sending me things to respond to with no reference number, and I do. Me and Elaine Kerr in person on 9/20, and then for those documents that I left and dropped off, just disappeared, and there's no reference to them, because even you told me that, Steve. Well, you don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but you should, because I was there and I filed them.
What can I help you? I don't agree with what you're saying. So
why not, Steve?
Does not mean that I'm totally agreeing here, okay? Because we did not document, we did not alter any documents, okay? So I can't.
Oh, but you lied to me then. You lied to me in filings in regards to things being filed, because I was ignorant.
What can I do to help you today with anything? I'm not going to sit and argue your case with you, okay?
Well, I want to know what I could do then, because again, everybody tells me to come to you, Mr. Kenyon, if I have a problem.
Your case is done. That's the bottom line.
No, I'm going to tell you what, Steve Kenyon. Your job is done. Just like you told me in a filing.
Are you threatening me, Mr.
No, oh yeah. No, I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you, Mr. Kenyon. I'm going to have your job, just like you told me in an email, that you're finished. That you're finished. That I'm finished. You told me I was finished.
Oh,
okay. Hey, no. I believe that you should be removed from office, Mr. Kenyon, because you've been messing with people's documents, my documents anyway.
I don't agree with you.
Well, then back this up then. My email that I have from you in regards to the United States Supreme Court in relation to the opinion of your court.
I don't know. I mean,
well, does Mr. BURDICK know about that document that was sent to me with his signature on it? The reference? No reference number? Is he aware of that? Is he aware that you sent me that, Mr. Kenyon?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do, Mr. Kenyon. It's the one that me and Elaine Kerr, who has been with me, that you denied in an email also for her to be allowed to talk, but she can appear.
Right.
Remember that one?
Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Mr. Kenyon. The one that you told me, because again, Mr. Kenyon, what, you don't think I have these emails? I wouldn't be talking that if I didn't have something, Mr. Kenyon, because I'm not here for lying. You guys have totally tried to take advantage of me, and you have.
Mark, if you're going to ask me a question, you're going to stop and let me answer it.
Okay.
The bottom line, or this call is over. So what happened in that case is that you asked to have Elaine Kerr speak in your behalf.
No, I asked her to appear, if she could sit beside me.
Right. She was granted the ability to come in and sit with you at the oral argument and to help you with your paperwork and all of that.
Well, that's because she also I wanted her to speak because of the filings that she was with me.
And that was denied because
why? Miss Rachel O'Barr got two, but then I got two things from their law firm.
Here's the question: she was able to speak because she's an attorney. She's representing her client. Okay.
Well, then how come they were both say they're going to argue it? I have two documents. One from Mr. Hall saying he's going to argue it, and I have one from Miss O'Barr that she's going to argue it. But now only one person can argue it.
No, many people can argue. As long as you're an attorney, you can argue.
Well, no, because she was a witness.
Oh, okay.
She was a witness, Mr. Kenyon.
Okay,
are you going to tell me that I couldn't have witnesses?
No, I'm telling you, you do not understand how a Supreme Court works at all, Mr. Clark. That's what I'm telling you. I hate to be blunt, but you do.
Yeah, well, I hate to be blunt, but I'm going to have your job. And that's not a threat. That's a promise. Just like you took my job. Just like you took me. Okay, in your filings that I have.
Nowhere with this, okay? If you need me to...
I'm going to sue you. See, baby? No, he don't know what to say. So here we are. We are, January 2nd of 2014. And again, because I'm not a quitter, I will hold these people accountable for their actions somehow. Because here it is, Steve Kenyon won't even ask my question. Is that how it works? Why don't somebody step forward and help me? Because I'm not a quitter, I'm going to keep going. Because why would I have a filing that would only have the state insurance fund and not, crybaby food? Okay, see? here's a filing right here that says Crybaby Food. Okay, versus Crybaby Foods. But now, my document from Mr. Kenyon, the Supreme Court, he's got me. He's got it as the Supreme Court. I just showed it to y'all. But so you know, I'm having a hard time because here it is. You have it right here. Versus state insurance fund. Now, if that is state insurance fund, you know, Clark versus state insurance fund, it doesn't have anybody else on there because I did file a complaint, and that's what they addressed it to. So here we are again. They're not wanting to be honest with me, so I will follow through and do a couple of things, and hopefully somebody will come forward. Because right now, nobody has the huevos to come through.